new thing I realized I was passionate about is just giving back what I have in my head in terms of knowledge when it comes to real estate, like to millennials. Like I want to shift that mindset of millennials. Everybody go to job, 40 years, work for 40 hours a week, retire on 40% of your income, live another 40 years and die. Like that's life for 97% of America. And I want to shift the paradigm of that millennial mindset. Like the stigma right now is that you can't invest in real estate unless you're 40 and rich, right? 40, 50, rich, got a lot of money, wealthy, all that shit. That's the stigma, like 100%. Like if you're that's what it is. But in reality, you can network your way into your first deal. Do you know what I'm saying? My first property, for example, I only came out of pocket $13,000 and never paid a cent ever again. But most people have no idea how that works. Like I guess taking it back to like the origin, like me as the core, because most of you guys don't know how much of an entrepreneur I am, like to the bone. Like when I was a kid, like fucking cutting grasses just so I can get my first cell phone. Like middle school, I used to go to Sam's Club, buy a box of Skittles for $13 and sell them $1 each, $36, $23 spread every box. Like I used to sell like 2 boxes a day. And used to keep my money in a fucking braces rubber band. Like I thought it was the shit. Used to have all my fucking the bank rolls of dollars and kept them all in a shoebox and just stacked them shits up. It was like I loved that shit. Then when I came into Monmouth, like my freshman year, and the iPhone 4 was still out. Like think about how wild that is. iPhone fucking 4. Those shits broke like a motherfucker. The 4s and the 5s, and my little brother broke one this summer before I went in, and my dad said he wasn't getting it fixed this time, and that if like you want the phone, you just gotta deal with it. So I was like, let me see that shit. And I went on YouTube, and it took me about 6 hours to put his shit together, but I fixed it. And I was like, yo, that shit only cost me like $30. They charge like $100 at the mall. I'm like, hold up, bro. There's a fucking margin there. And then I was like, all right, pulled my phone in my pocket, took that shit apart, put it back together. Took that shit apart, put it back together. Took it apart, like. From 6 hours, I got it all the way to fucking 20 minutes. And then I created a fucking business. Like freshman and sophomore year, I was the iPhone guy at Monmouth. Like I fixed 4 phones a day. Like, didn't have a website, didn't have nothing. Like straight word of mouth. Like everybody fucking broke their phones. Everybody knew I was the phone guy.
And I heard this, bro.
Bro, I should pay
An Uber driver told me about this, bro. That you fixed his phone, bro. I swear.
You did.
And I called you. You remember that? Bro, that was wild.
That's how deep it went.
Crazy.
Actually, that was off of I actually did do one ad. I did a Craigslist ad, and shit, I'm a hustler to the core. So like when I'm talking about real estate and all that stuff, like don't think that you have to like be what I am when it comes to real estate. You don't have to be. I'm not trying to pass my passion on to you. I'm not trying to say here like you need to be doing real estate and you need to be passionate about this. You know, every fucking night. Like, no, because that's me. Like, that's what I do. Like, that's me to the core, and I know who I am. Like, I wouldn't say don't force yourself into doing some shit like that. But what I'm saying is now is the time, where as opposed to any other time in your life, where you actually have the time and the resources as a Division I athlete to network yourself and put yourself in a position to be in a deal for free. Like, I'm going to Germany at the end of the month to go pitch a family office for $150 million. And the deal works, I'll make about $500,000 passively a year. Like, if the pitch works. But like, I met these guys in May, just networking. Straight up, like not even like crazy networking. Like exactly what I'm about to tell you guys to do. Like after this, you guys all need to make an account on this site called Bigger Pockets. It's literally Facebook for real estate. And when we're done, I'll show you the posts that I made when I was a rookie in Arizona, when I got to Detroit, and when I got to the Giants. Like, hi, Hakeem, blah, 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 looking to connect with different people, then take them all out to coffee, take them all out to lunch, and pick their fucking brain up and down. But it's what I'm passionate about. Like, that's, I see my vision, I see my future of financial freedom. Like, back to going with what I was saying about you guys don't have to make this as your passion, but it can unlock you and give you that financial freedom. So now you have the freedom to figure out what the fuck you're passionate about. Do you know what I'm saying? Like some people just like, about like, what are you passionate about? Like straight up, like don't fucking embarrass it. Like what are you passionate about? I want to go around the whole room.
Besides sports, I like music. I like, I'm passionate about making money, but
You're not passionate about making
I'm not passionate about that.
I mean, you like making money. You like money.
I like money, yeah. I definitely like money. I'm passionate about, I don't know, anyone else want to take over here?
I'd say traveling. Like, and I want to be able to have the financial freedom to be able to travel every year, see different places, and like not have to worry about needing a job to go do that.
That's dope as fuck.
I'm passionate about my family and just making sure when I'm done with whatever I do, that I got them set, and that's what I want to do.
Pretty much just like my like pretty much like with Cash or shit. Like
It don't gotta be cliche.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying like for me personally, it's like my family and like what my dad instilled in me. Like make sure that I have something set up where my family, like my kids and my kids' kids are good. Saying like,
okay, but that's your why. That's your why
Yeah.
too. That's your why. But what are you passionate about? What, like right now you have no vehicle that's gonna support your family.
Yeah.
Right.
Am I right or wrong?
Right.
It's not your passion. That's not what gets you fired up like every day. What is your passion? Like, is it weed? Is it music? Is it
I would have to
football?
say,
Is
I would
it-
have to say music. You know, I wake up every day and I listen to music.
Like, is
Start of
it,
the morning. Start of the morning on the way to 7 a.m. breakfast. I got music playing, just because I like music.
that's dope.
I like to listen to it every single day. I come home, listen to music.
That's dope.
I'd rather listen to music than watch TV. You know what I mean? So
That's
I'd
dope.
have to say that's my passion.
That's dope. What about you? Because like my why is the same exact thing, but it's not my passion.
Right.
I mean, even though I'm done with it, like I'm like just passionate about like sports in general.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Like sports get you fired up.
Yeah.
That's dope.
For me, really, it's about film. I've never really told anybody that, but
Sick.
I want to make a film when I get older.
Are you more on this side or the editing side?
I don't really have a foot in it yet, but I just know I want something I want to pursue.
That's dope. So like, and like my whole thought is like, it's hard to pursue something like that if, when you graduate, like, you're gonna have to like, are you gonna live it? Do you want to live with your parents, or are you gonna live with your parents? You said you're gonna want to live in an apartment or some shit, or a house or some shit. The only way to pay for it is a job. Once you're in with that job, like, the cycle, like you're in it. Like there's no way to stop it. Like, cause I'm already in it. I understand. I see it happen to players all the time because once you start going, once you figure out, okay, you're done with college. College is the only time where you're like, you know, you might be on scholarships. So shit's not really. Like the value of like money doesn't really make much sense because you have it, but you don't, but you have it. You know what I'm saying? As a scholarship athlete, it's like, So when you're actually done, it doesn't really, like, it's like, oh shit. But when you start getting that money, then you're in that cycle. You can't stop working to go be a film editor because you're not gonna be able to pay your rent. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't stop working to go, I don't know, make a song or type. You know what I'm saying? You can't. And you're already going to be so fucking exhausted from your 9 to 5. And like me, I mean, I know all you guys are probably planning on wanting to start a family. Like, I got a fiance and a daughter now, and that puts me, that double downs on just perspective. Like a 9 to 5 plus a kid plus a passion. When do you plan on sleeping? When do you plan on traveling? You know what I'm saying? When do you plan on, like, for me, 2 weeks out of the year for vacation is not enough out of 52. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what 97% of America does, bro. And like, if I could, like, what I want to show you guys is that, like, the position that you guys are in right now, you have all the leverage. Like, it might not seem like it because we're at Monmouth, but you're a Division I football player. People, like, it still doesn't seem like people want to fucking know you, want to meet you, all that shit. Like, even on campus, I know you guys are outgoing, but you gotta honestly really convince your classmates too that, like, be more outgoing in the sense of, not just your classmates, your teammates, and so in the sense of like, say what's up to these random ass people on campus, because these motherfuckers haven't been doing what we've been doing these last 4 years. Like, for the most part, your average football player doesn't learn shit in college because you're so focused on fucking football. It's like, we're smart enough to get by. Honestly, like, if we're being fucking real genuine about it. And a lot of the fucking kids from school, some of these kids will go on the beats and some shit out there. But like, most of us are just in our own fucking bubble, like, yeah, fuck that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's true, and it's hard to get out of that because it's just what everybody else does. But like, that's one small thing. But another thing is like really just leveraging yourself. Like, don't wait too late to start doing something like this. Like afterwards, you're just an ex-football player. Like now, like somebody can really connect with someone who's actually in the shit of it. Like, hi, I'm a mom and fucking football player, and I'm also investing in real estate, and I want to learn blah 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 blah. I want to connect with you and them. Like, you could do that to 100 people in this area and take them all out to coffee. It'd be $100, $1 coffee, $200, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And literally latch on and fucking take it to wherever you want. Like this, for example, I don't know if you guys know, like I'm an investor in a cannabis deal in Michigan, and like I have no money into it because like I networked my way into it, and like my value is so high, like in like my valuation, my percentage that I own in it, just because I can, like I sold off 2.5% of my shares yesterday, 50 grand. And I own 25%. But like, I never came out of pocket. I networked my way in just because I was outgoing enough to, one, it started with that site, Bigger Pockets. That's how I met these people. And it was, I bought my duplex, decided to still be a flower, like a fucking wallflower, and just wanted to hear in on more shit, just eager to learn. And the guy was like, hey, I got this Cuban guy and this attorney coming into town. You should hang around. They might want to meet you. You're a football player. Like, they'd be excited to meet you. I was like, cool. Dude comes in and he goes, I only do business with people I actually know, or like get to know first. So like, if you don't have some time right now, like if you're getting ready to go somewhere, like just leave, because like we're never gonna do anything unless we know each other. I was like, whatever, motherfucker, I got time. We wound up sitting and talking for 4 hours, like 4.5 hours, just literally getting to know each other, and it was like dope. Left the conversation with, hey, like you should be a part of this, blah blah blah. If you help us raise capital with this, that, and that, then you can get X. And it was like, oh shit. I'm like, that was honestly when like the networking light just clicked. I'm like, wait, I can do that, that, and that, and I don't gotta. It's just wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to Germany to go. First of all, I'm going to fucking Germany, which is wild. Nigga crossing fucking Atlantic Ocean. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's real shit. I'm 26. Like, it's just wild. I don't be thinking of doing shit like that for business. Like, it's not even for vacation. Like, I get to go to Germany for like Paris, land in Paris, take a train to Germany, and like do business, and then come back to my fucking family. Like, that's life for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know like football players and athletes and millennials, I feel like inherently like we're so, make sure my dad gets it. We're so creative and so like we have so much, we have that X factor compared to your average person on campus. Like, you know that deep down, no matter what. If there's a task to do, even when you go into corporate America, there's a motherfucker who's not a fucking football player.
Sorry, I have a job.
You know what I'm saying? You can do it, they can't do it. And that's where your value is in everything. Like, I had value, for example, to get in that deal, the pitch, $500,000 a year, all I did was make the pitch deck for it. Something that small. And now I'm in on the deal. Because you just keep working your ways instead of your natural feeling, your natural instinct is always to figure out what you can get out of somebody. Always. Like, just try and reverse that mindset and think of, what can I give? Like, how do I add value to this person? And like, when you do that, like, bro, it's insane. Like, the shit just fucking it'll get paid back to you tenfold. Like, I want to do this with you guys, like, for like, if we can, like once a month type shit, because it's fucking critical. But like, and I want to do this all across the country, but I don't want a dime out of anybody, because I think 10 years from now it'll pay off tenfold, because every one of you fuckers will have 100-unit fucking portfolios across the country, and we'll be partnered up on some shit if you actually hone into the shit we're talking about. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where I see the value in this. Like, I'd rather in 5 to 10 years, instead of doing business with the old white guy with fucking gray hair, I'd rather be doing it with all my fucking homies that I fucking played football with, or just young people in general. Real estate is an old man's game, and there is so much fucking room in the middle for new people, but so like our generation grew up watching our fucking parents get caught in that rat race in the jobs. So those people from fucking years ago decided to fucking take the risk and be entrepreneurs. They're fucking ballers at real estate, and they're all 40, 50 years old. And honestly, there's no next guy up, because literally old guys run the fucking real estate world. millennials, maybe after we retire, we'll get into it. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're just following our fucking parents' footsteps, just stuck in that system, stuck in that cycle. But like, yeah, like, I guess like what I really just want is figuring out like where, like each of you guys need to figure out like deep down, figure out where, like what your value is, like what you, like if real estate is a thing that you think it might be interesting, like for yourself, like one, make an account on Bigger Pockets. 2, make a post, and I'll show you how to do all this shit. Make a post saying, introducing yourself, talking about the value you can provide. And 3, like honestly the biggest lesson I've learned in business, like it's literally, I don't know how many words it is. It's a 6-word phrase. Bro, the fortune is in the follow-up. Like, straight up. Like, at least athletes, definitely athletes always, like, we get presented opportunities. People offer their network, they offer their advice, their guidance, everything to us all the time. We don't really realize it much, but we never fucking follow up because we assume we're just so busy in the head. So we assume we're so fucking busy, or I used to always think, at least when I was in college, I just thought I was the shit. You know what I'm saying? Not the shit, but like your ego kind of can get in the way. Like, you know, I'm not really need to be doing that shit. I'm balling. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. Like, and then you graduate, and then you got a job. Like, then you're fucking irrelevant. Like that's it. Like straight up. Like, I wouldn't say irrelevant. It's like a dick saying that, but like it's true. You know what I'm saying, though? Yeah. But yeah, like I just really want to honestly like take each of you guys' hands and show you the fucking way. Literally show you the way step by step. Like if that's something that, you know, you guys want to do. Obviously, I want to open this shit up for just questions and discussion just about, you know, the shit I've done and with real estate and, you know, how you guys can get started.
Right. Off the rip, because I don't know about you guys, but I know 13,000 is a lot for like somebody like me. Yeah. But I want to start necessarily like relatively like soon, in terms of like building and like branching out on different. I told these guys earlier, like my teacher asked me what I wanted to do, and I was like, I didn't want to get a job. Then he was telling me everybody needs to get a job once they graduate, and I was like, that's not what I want to work for myself, be like self-sufficient. But in terms of like investing and stuff like that, how would you? I know you said Bigger Pockets, but how would you go about investing if you don't really have any capital?
I'm gonna read off to you my first post, one on Bigger Pockets. But it comes down to one, what I just said, like really networking your way to your first deal. Like when you can add value, for example, once you start connecting with these different investors, and honestly, when I've taken over 100 people out to coffee, and I didn't even start to think in the mindset of adding value to people until like over the last probably 6 months, and I've been investing for 7 years. And like exponentially business has taken off since. And once you connect, take someone out to coffee and listen. The key is always listen. Most people don't listen, they fucking read, they just talk. They wait their turn to fucking speak instead of listen. You know what I'm saying? There's a huge difference between I got someone on the edge of my tongue, but wait till you're fucking done and then say it. Then listening, absorbing, figuring out the fuck they actually just said, and then saying something back. You know what I'm saying? 100%. When you listen to someone, you actually realize that they actually there's different facets of, you know, different areas where you can add value to their life. Like, damn, I need this, that, and that. Like, I wish I had this, that, and that, blah, 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 blah. You know how I end every conversation now with different networks? Like, how can I help you? How can I add value to you? Just straight up, like that blatant. And then, how old are you? What year are you?
19.
What year are you? Sophomore. Well, you got 3 years to, I mean, this summer you could literally add value. Fucking tomorrow you could add value to an investor by just taking them out to coffee and talking to them. What the fuck do they need? You know how to fix houses, right? You know how to fix properties and shit like that. You don't really need to be doing that type of shit because most investors don't do that because it's a waste of their time. But you could help somebody if you know how to do something specifically and you're good at something, like you know how to do toilets, you know how to fix fucking floors, you know how to do blah blah blah. Like, yo, I'll come in your shit and I'll do that shit for free. Let me sweep out your property. Like, I know you gotta fucking clean up shit. You're a fucking athlete, you can do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, when I was in you guys' position, like, so my ex, Lauren, we flipped probably me and her dad probably flipped about 10 houses while I was at Monmouth, up in North Jersey. And how the fuck did I do that? Bro, it's literally about sacrificing, like, who you are for what you want to be. Like, I mean, you guys really didn't know me when I was dating her, but like, dude, fucking morning running, I get done with morning running, I shoot straight up to North Jersey, there for 4 or 5 hours, come back from class, go to bed, do it over again. If there's no morning running, I go to North Jersey at 5 a.m. to work on the properties until it's time for fucking workouts or it's time for practice. I've literally demoed houses, come back with shit on my fucking face and came in for practice. But it's just, that's where I was at. I was self-aware enough to know, like, that's what the fuck I want. I really want to learn this shit and figure out what the fuck is going on here. And like, I was making maybe $10 an hour, $15 an hour doing it, but bro, I was getting the experience. I was knocking on doors. I was calling homes for pre-foreclosures. I was knocking on doors, making offers, driving for dollars, or driving around neighborhoods, identifying properties that we're gonna buy and then buying it, like with this guy. And I mean, I sacrificed shit. I sacrificed summers. I sacrificed fucking bar A's. I sacrificed fucking Portas. Like, I've been to Porta probably 8 times, bro. Like, as crazy as that fucking sounds, I've been to Porta maybe 8 to 10 times. Like, straight up. Like, bar A, I've been to bar A. But like, I sacrificed a fucking lot, bro. From a house party perspective, I didn't really go to fucking parties when I was young. I went out to bars as I got older, but like, it really just takes figuring out where you can add that value. Bro, put this, I wanted to add so much fucking value to this dude. I would literally, he didn't have a delivery driver because he owned a print shop as well. He was a real estate investor. I used to do his deliveries for his fucking print shop. Literally driving around in fucking F-150, driving fucking, and like, I'm talking sheets on sheets on sheets on sheets of paper, going to like a fucking post office drop shipping area and like literally doing the wildest random shit to add value, bro. I'm talking like in the back of a post office with fucking forklifts, getting all these fucking papers so they can get drop shipped to I don't fucking know where. Like, I used to do that shit for fucking weeks because I knew I was adding value. Because after I do that, I got back to his office and I've literally got a list of fucking people to cold call for the next fucking property. Cold call, 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 and try and put offers in. It was really just about sacrificing what you are for what you want to become, and like really like taking advantage of the opportunity of a lifetime in the lifetime of that opportunity, because that opportunity only lasted 2 years, and then me and his daughter broke up. The relationship ended by it. That was my accelerator into getting into real estate, like straight up. But I took advantage of that shit.
So that is what you say that started you?
My undergrad was still real estate, concentration in real estate. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do with it. But you ever read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've started it, but I didn't
Finish that shit. It's a good book. But
It's crazy.
my college experience.
You read it?
Nah, when he said the opportunity of a lifetime only lasts in the lifetime of the opportunity. So.
Oh yeah. My my college experience with real estate reminds me, like, it was a Rich Dad Poor Dad correlation. Like, my rich dad was my ex's dad, the investor, blah blah blah. My poor dad was the Monmouth major in real estate. It was literally teaching you how to be an employee at the biggest commercial real estate firms in the country. People would come in, talk to you. Hey, it's what our company does. Come work for us. Come intern for us. And like, yeah, fuck you, suck my balls. I want to be you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like the perfect fucking yin and yang. Cause I'd come into class like after like with fucking paint on my face, with fucking dudes in suits. Cause the real estate major is weird. There's half students and half grown ass men. And it's wild because you're literally learning, like, I love Reinhardt and all that shit, but it's preparing you how to be an employee at one of these firms.
You just said that.
There's nothing that'll teach you how to be an entrepreneur in college, unless you take entrepreneurship, which I fuck with Buzza. It's still a shitty fucking class though. Like, straight up. Like, if Buzza was the man, he'd still be running all his fucking sick restaurants in New York, not teaching at Monmouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, when it comes to that value perspective, you'll figure it out. And I wouldn't say you'll figure it out, it's for everybody to figure out themselves. Like, as you have conversations, as you network, you'll realize, because you've never entered a conversation thinking that. You've always, naturally, like, inherently, you always think, what can I get out of this person, wherever you're going? Because you won't even talk to most people because you know you can't get shit out of them. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas if you're trying to give value to fucking anybody, because it's going to come back. like tenfold, 100%. Like somehow, some way. And if it doesn't, you did some good to the universe. Like straight up, like, or you got the knowledge and experience if you're adding value to someone in the real estate industry. You know what I'm saying? You might not get a fucking dime for it, but 2 years from now, who knows? Fortune's in the follow-up though. If you don't do shit about it, you'll never know. But yeah, that's a good question.
Like, I want to know, like, how you continue to keep these relationships with, you know, like, continuing to, you know, as you move, like, make more connections. Like, how is that possible? How do you maintain that?
How do you maintain and how do you continue, you're saying?
Yeah.
Maintain, it's more of, I've really structured my life a lot more technically than it's hard to do it in this perspective. Like, at your age right now, just because of your access, actually it's really not. I have a fucking assistant now, a virtual assistant. She handles it's called CRM. It's client relationship management shit, whatever. But all of my contacts are in there. And how we have conversations and all that's updated in terms of like business. But with like this shit, it really just comes to priority. Like that's why I have 2 phones. One's for business. Everything gets responded. This one is for, you know, my friends and all that shit. I'm gonna get back to when I get back to. But then I've gotten to the. Oh, it's fire. Then I got back to the. What was I saying?
The assistant.
Oh, then I got back to assistant. What was your question?
Maintaining.
Having the second phone obviously helps. This is like, when I like, I'm trying to think of what I was actually just about to say, because it was a nugget for you, but I need to think about it. How do you maintain those relationships and how do you continue to move forward with them? It's like the question is. I mean, I'm always networking because you never know what's going to come out of anything. Like today, for example, like maintaining relationships. There might be someone who might call you and you're just like, fuck, I don't feel like answering this shit right now. Like, I literally got a call today and I was like, that's what I was going to say. The software. Organizing yourself, regardless. There's an app called Appointment. It's a website called Appointment. And that's what I use when I want to talk to people now. Because it makes people respect your time and it organizes your life. You really got to it comes down to putting the work in and like just doing. When I was in college, I was a mess and it became an organization. Like, I'll admit it, like I know I was. But now, like, I mean, I'm starting to get my shit together. You know what I mean? Like, keep your shit tight. Like, in terms of making people respect my time, like, I'll meet a whole bunch of people, but instead of spending an hour talking to each individual one of them, you know, make the contact, but like I said, fortune's in the follow-up. Like, you go to a networking event, it's just a fucking fuck fest and just throwing out cards. Anyway, I don't even have a business card because of that reason. But if you get a card and actually follow up, most people aren't gonna follow up regardless. It's like a fucking, okay, if I give out 100 business cards, 2 people might get back to me. But if you get back to someone regardless, now instead of like spending an hour with that person and like it's gonna take forever to maintain that relationship or create that relationship, I just, you know, get the contact and then I literally like to respect, like I'll show you like a sample of a text, like, look, to make this easier, no back and forth, literally just pick a time on this link and let's chat that. And literally like my fucking thing is, it goes like I make my schedule on this app and then it's always fluid. So whoever has the link can book a time whenever. And now I'm slowly but surely, I'm damn near making every single person in my network want to reach out to me. You got to go through that. And it organizes everything. So now it's like, everything's in front of you. You want to talk to somebody, you just shoot them a text like, yo bro, we should talk soon, blah, blah, blah. Now I just, instead of like, yeah, go do that, then I'll just say, yo, I'm going to give you a call at this time at so-and-so. And then my Google Calendar is linked with that calendar and it puts everything right through. So it's like, and then how I schedule my days is I block shit. Like, okay, you know, 2 to 3s or 2 to 4 for calls type shit. And then it's 30 minute, 30 minute, 30 minute, 30 minute, 30 minute. And that's it, no more calls. Tomorrow will be the same thing for calls, but the rest of the day I need to be doing deals. I need to be doing that. I need to be with my baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
But when you're just aimlessly doing it, you're not being intentional about it. Like, you're not gonna get shit out of it because you're just fucking fucking all like shiny object fucking effect. It's like, oh, that shit's cool. And it's like, oh, that shit's cool. And then, oh, that guy was awesome. And oh, that guy was awesome. But once you start doing that, back to the fortunes and the follow-up, you're not following up with that person because you're so distracted by this shiny object. And you're so distracted by that shiny object. Whereas if you just compartmentalize, say, yo, that's dope, it's super cool meeting you, like, oh, let's talk another time, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just on like a crusade about making people respect my time. Because it's, bro, you can't, like, time is the most expensive fucking thing out there, but it literally doesn't, it's priceless. Like, that shit is fucking real, bro. Did I answer the question?
Yeah, for sure.
Did you ever find any like barriers once you got to the NFL? Like in terms of like going about real estate in your time?
Oh yeah, bro. That's one reason why I'm retiring, bro. I can't. It's hard to like. I'm passionate about real estate. Like football is a job to me, and after having a daughter, you know, she's only 5 months old, but it's like you might not get off till 5, 6 o'clock. What the fuck are you supposed to do then? You got maybe an hour, 2 hours, do some shit, but what about your baby? My grind is, I grind when it comes to real estate. I can spend 16 hours a day doing real estate. And I can't do that and play football. I can split it in half, do 8 hours and 8 hours, but now my heart's not really in it. Like, not even the heart's all the way in it. It's more of the last 3 years. Went to the season, like, I love real estate. Kind of networking with people, it's really hard. As soon as January 1st hits, I'm fucking hit the ground rolling, like exactly how I am right now.
Talking to people on the move.
On the move,
Yeah.
just connecting, making the shit happen. And then as soon as April hits,
You gotta start football.
back to fucking OTAs, bro. As early as OTAs, it's hard because you're in the fucking facility for fucking 6 hours a day. You gotta get a nap by the time you get home, you're fucking tired. And then, what about your daughter?
And your wife.
And your wife. Yeah, don't forget about your wife. Sure, like, happy wife, happy life. Where's the time for fucking real estate? That's where the barrier kind of came in. It's just like, it's more just time. Like, I mean, I'll show you my fucking workbook for football. Like, you'll see like Cowboys, all the plays and shit for the week, and then on here you'll see to-do lists. Call this person, call that person. You know, do this pitch packet. Analyze that deal, like it is all, like it's just like, I waste my time all day, especially when I was on the P squad. It's like, the fuck, I don't need none of this shit. Like, just show me the card and I'll do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, like that's where, I mean, that was a super barrier, but trust me when I say you have fucking time playing college football compared to the NFL, it's just so much time, like so much time. Like, I mean, I don't play video games. I haven't had a game system. My last game system is the Xbox 360, bro. Like, straight up. Don't got cable. Haven't had cable since I've been in the league. Like, those are the minutes and the hours that you don't get back. But I'm not hating on, like, games is dope. Like, especially for kids. I think games, especially where the world's going, like, from the esports perspective. Like, I think parents are telling their kids to stop playing video games, but those kids are gonna be
Like
fucking
national
millionaires, bro.
championships.
Real shit. Like, if they
Not
really,
even that, it's what you learn from like being on video games at that age. Like,
That's true.
a lot of skill.
it's true. Like, now you're just a fucking genius when it comes to the technical shit. Now I think it all goes like, okay, you want to be an outdoorsman? Okay, you do the outdoor shit, and you might be going into construction or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it all correlates.
Right.
It's real shit. But it's a good question.
I would say like what else should we be like reading up on, learning? 'Cause you mentioned Rich Dad Poor Dad,
Yeah.
and networking, but we also need to get like, the knowledge. And that's the biggest part.
150%. To be honest, you're gonna waste your time if, like, take the advice from me when I'm saying that. The easiest way for you guys to add value to someone, to really make some severe fucking money. Like, I was scared at you guys' age. I was super scared of apartments. Scared as fuck. Like, the fuck, an apartment complex? Me owning one? Like, it literally doesn't, like, your brain is not programmed that way just because it's not your fault. It's your fucking parents' fault. It's life's fault, honestly. And it takes the same amount of effort, and it takes not the same amount of money. The same amount of effort is just more zeros at the end of the day. But best book to at least start with Multifamily Millions. It's a guy named David Lindahl. He literally tells you the ups and downs, more of a macro perspective of apartment investing, but then he goes really micro. But he mostly skips a lot of bullshit that if you read 10 books, you might get all of that out of this book. But Rich Dad Poor Dad for mindset, definitely. But if you got the mind, it's still critical. Rich Dad, I've read that book 3-4
I'm on the
times.
second one right now.
Listened to it twice. Cash Flow Cadre?
Yeah.
It's a good book.
It's not as good as the first one.
You know what?
But it definitely helps.
Multifamily Millions, or you know what's better? No, Multifamily Millions, because it's more today. And after that is a book called ABCs of Real Estate Investing. It's in the Rich Dad Poor Dad series.
Okay.
The guy who wrote it, like him and Robert, they partner in deals and shit. Like that's who Robert. The guy who wrote that book. When Robert says he's investing in real estate, he's investing with this guy.
Okay.
That's a good one, and I'll try and make like a list for you guys. And then there's another book where I think that would be interesting. Where I'm trying to think of maybe I would say listen to it first.
Okay.
Because it's it's kind of very technical, but the message to it can apply to any industry. Like it'll help you instantly in the financial advising area. It's called Pitch Anything.
Okay.
And it's a private equity guy who most people make a book and like they don't really do that shit in the real world. Like this dude raised billions of dollars, did a shit ton of deals, and then wrote a book. And it's not necessarily real estate deals, just private equity, venture capital deals, like raising $1 billion to build an airport. You know what I'm saying? His levels. And he shows the psychology behind pitching in terms of what do you need to do to get someone's attention? You know, how do you get their dopamine levels to rise up? What are different things you're supposed to do to do that? He talks about frames. Like most people don't even understand what a frame collision is, or an alpha frame versus a beta frame. Like in most situations, like right now I hold the alpha frame, like you guys hold the beta frame. I'm talking, you guys are listening. But there's so many frames. What up, dog? Man. Sure? What up? There's so many. That's my older brother, Dre. What's up, bro?
Yo.
There's so many frames out there in society that so many people don't even fucking realize out there. Like, people take the dominant frame in different perspectives. Like, what's up, bro? You go into any big time office, you're about to do something. Person might be chilling in their office waiting for you. What's the first thing the secretary says? Sit down, I'll be with you. All right. That's not because it's literally active. Like that is on some deep like 301 shit. Like that's what CEOs do, like on purpose, because they want you to feel like you're the beta frame. Now when you get into the office, you're really the beta frame. And like they got the nice chair, it's above you. You get the shitty chair. And they bring in their MBAs, like their little fucking assistants and all that. Now it's 6 people and you're the only person. And like it's literally, it's so like this book goes into the science behind it. It's called Frame. And then how do you get out of a situation like that and make a frame collision and take over and become the dominant frame? And if you can do that, you win every deal.
What's the name of that book?
Pitch Anything. By a guy named Oren Klaff. Like, dope as fuck. Like, I mean, dude's raised over $1 billion. And he's a fucking weasel. That's how, honestly, how I think of real estate and how I think of everything is, I'm a competitor at the end of the day. I'm a fucking fierce, I'm a dog at the end of the day. And I think of things just in a physical, and like I think of things of like, oh, that guy's a pussy, or that guy's not a pussy, or that guy he's a dog, or he's not a dog. And I see somebody, he's a fucking millionaire in real estate, and like, this guy's a fucking pussy, like he can do it, I can do it. And that's how I see that shit. Not even in like a dick way, that's just from the football player in me, and the competitor in me. And I'm not, the beauty of real estate is, most industries, most environments, anything, if there's any type of competition involved, there's a winner and there's a loser. Always, winner, loser. Somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. Real estate, you can get creative with it, and everybody can fucking win. And that's the best part about it. But yeah, who did I say with?
Yeah, I said me.
Yeah. Anything else? Anything, like, anything. I'm literally here to literally just pour out my fucking brain at you guys, like straight up.
When was it when you realized like this is where you want to go?
With real estate?
Yeah. Like making it to the league and doing all that, and then like you were like, did you just be like, damn, this is not what I want to do?
Gotcha. I think it was definitely after I finished finished my rookie year, Arizona, super dope. Got my fourplex, super dope. Went to Detroit, got my duplex, super dope. When I started to finish that season, it's 2017, that's when I read Multifamily Millions. And I was like, oh shit. I've been doing this shit wrong the whole fucking time. And January 1 hit, and I literally was where was I? I was in Detroit, went from Detroit to Phoenix, to Las Vegas, to Columbia, South Carolina, to Indianapolis, and then drove to St. Louis in like a month. Like, no, maybe 2-3 weeks, but all for real estate. Each market, I was building a team, property managers, attorneys, and brokers, and different. If there's an NFL player in that market, I would go and meet with them and show them what type of deals I was doing and get commitments in terms of money. Because those are the core markets that I still focus on. And bro, just traveling around, meeting brokers, just checking out properties and all that shit, I'm like, this is what I want to do for my life. Yeah. Like instantly. Like it was no, like that's what I love to do, and I love just on top of that, like not doubling down on that, like with real estate as well. Like I realized my other passion is impacting fucking people like you guys are our age, because I was there. Like that's why I'm creating the podcast. I don't know if you guys know I'm creating a podcast. It's called Not Just Jocks. It's me and my old best friend. He's a coach at Sacred Heart now, but he used to play for San Diego, the Chargers. And essentially the podcast, we talk to the human, the intellectual, and the creative on what they're passionate about outside their sport that they play or played. So entrepreneurs and creatives that are playing college football or NFL football or fucking professional soccer, anything like that. Because when I was this age, when I was in your fucking shoes, like I didn't have a podcast to listen to know that there was another 22-year-old trying to fucking be an entrepreneur. I was literally tunnel the fuck out, fucking blockers in, just fucking going. Like not really no guidance, not many books, but some books. But if I had a platform like this, if I had a fucking player come back and show me how to invest in real estate, I know I'd be a fucking millionaire right now today. Like 100%. Like if I poured my brain, the books I've read into myself back then, now, I would save so much time, so many more headaches and all that shit. Same thing with the podcast. And like, that's where it's like, I love doing that. I love doing this. And I love investing in real estate. Football, it's all right. Pays bills right now, but like, I can't do all those three things. I don't like how I'm feeling right now. I could do this for another 5, 6, 7, 8 hours and wouldn't fall asleep, just because when you're passionate about something, you don't have to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking football, bro, I hate that shit. Like, all the extra bullshit. The only thing I fucking love is in between the lines, and that's about it. Like, all this shit, like, all I miss is backyard football back in Sicklerville, New Jersey, fucking playing at my homie's house with 8 people in the backyard, fucking rubber football.
Oh, shit.
That's what I miss. Like, all the other shit is what it is, but real estate and doing this shit, not on my own, because I'm a people's person. Like, I love just interacting and being around people, and real estate is a people's and relationships business. Like, if you know people and you like people and relationships, and you like not making everybody happy, but figuring out ways to make everybody win and all that shit, like, I love it. Like, and then if everything goes as planned, not as planned, but if it keeps going in the right direction, like, I'm not gonna have to be as busy as I am with it right now. I'm grinding because I gotta grind, you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking grind don't go away because you're done with fucking, you know what I'm saying? A grind is a grind is a grind. Just what are you focused on, what you're doing? And like, football is a grind regardless if you love it or not. You know what I'm saying?
You still gotta wake up. You still gotta go do what you gotta do.
That shit is fucking, you just, I don't even want to really get into it. You just waste your fucking time on that. Like, when you could be doing shit like networking and for getting your future right. Like, right. Especially right now. Back to the leverage, bro. Like, go on, literally go on fucking Instagram and just start DMing. Like, literally going long, typing fucking, you know what I do? It's literally called the $1.80 strategy. Because I want to be a thought leader to all millennial, just real estate, multifamily investors. Like, I want to be the guy who people go, oh, it's the NFL guy who invests in real estate. Like, I want to be the go-to guy for that. But I only got 3,000 followers on Instagram. Nobody fucking knows who I am. And if you guys follow Gary Vaynerchuk, like, watch his shit and actually listen to it. Like, people see his shit randomly here and there on social media because he's everywhere. But if you actually listen to what he's saying, he says some fire shit. Like,
What's his name?
Gary Vaynerchuk on IG. His name is just Gary V. Gary VEE. And he has a strategy called the $1.80 strategy. And what it means is, so most people, if you want to get followers, they'll either pay for it or they'll spam people and just fucking copy paste comments and all that shit. He calls $1.80 strategy is you pick 10 you go to explore page and you pick 10 hashtags, like multifamily, buy and hold, multifamily investors, millennial investors, whatever. And you give your 2 cents on 9 pictures. Like, oh, that's sick, that's dope. Like, you guys should keep dropping content like this. Like, oh, this is dope. Like, I've learned blah 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 blah. But like, not be a fucking robot about it and copy paste. Like, yeah, thumbs up one and copy paste everything. Like, just be yourself. Like, genuinely yourself, but do it 90 times a day. How many times are you on your phone? Like, what the fuck are you getting on Instagram? You know what I'm saying? Why not get some value out of it? And then when you're doing that, you start interacting with those people in that space. Those people start to gravitate towards you. People start to DM you, and then you're just like, oh shit. Like, I've had so many conversations. Like, literally, I've only been doing that for the last 2 weeks, and I've probably talked to like 5 or 6 people from that. Like, I was like, oh, DM me, oh, blah, yeah, whatever. Like, make an appointment on my shit. Let me talk. It's like, wow. Now we have synergies here, here, and here. How do we make those work and work together in the future? Because once you start to realize, so from a synergy perspective and adding value, like as you go on Bigger Pockets and you figure out shit on that site, bro, you literally figure out how to find deals. Like literally figure out how to find multifamily deals. If any of you guys found a fucking apartment complex in the markets that I'm looking at, off market, and you got creative about it, figured it out, you'd be in a deal. You have to put no money out of your fucking pocket. We have the investors. Adding value to like our team is finding deals. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do that to investors. Like, I got this deal, blah, 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 I got a 50 unit deal. But, you know, I don't have the money for it. Like, some people have money, some people have deals, some people have operation skills. You don't have to be everything. Like, that's another thing. Everybody thinks you gotta be everything to do it yourself. Like, especially with commercial real estate, it's all about teams and shit. Oh, why is this shit out? Let's make sure I'm done.
So,
Alright, bro.
7, 6,
A long day.
Hold up, my bad. Oh, it's Agba. I don't have his number saved. And his text said, just leaving the office, pretty upset about it. I'm like, the fuck are you upset? Who is this and what are you upset about?
he said he was about to leave at like 6:20.
Nah, it's all cool. It's all good. But the fucking, what do you call it, strategy? Like, remember I told you, I told Agba to do something?
Yeah,
and he did it? That was it. Literally, I was talking to him about his business, blah, 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 blah. I was like, so what are you doing on Instagram to like become, so his app is to connect DJs and shit like that. It's like, how are you actually integrating with the DJ community? It's like, oh, I copy and paste this to all these DJ tags. It's like, love your shit, hashtag, blah, 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 blah. Like, bro, that's bullshit. Like, the fuck is that? No one's following me off of that, no one's liking me on that, and no one's commenting on that shit. I said, bro, give your actual 2 cents and see what happens from it. Been doing it literally with screenshot and shit, like his notifications page of literally just people commenting back, people following, because you become a thought leader. You're like, oh, what the fuck is this? Yeah, let me follow me, check it out. Oh, he's got cool content. That's how you do it organic instead of the fucking quick fucking way of buying fucking followers like Jack Eyes and stuff. He used to do that shit.
Yeah, he's probably still in.
Where the hell is he doing?
We saw him at Johnny Mac's site. Month ago. Got a new girl. He's working for the peanut company.
That's sweet and loud.
I mean, it's his mom's shit.
His mom's. I think it's just like a little passion project.
Yeah. Exactly like that. They're good.
Is that good?
Yeah.
I remember she came out after one game.
No, they're not making money off of that shit.
No? That makes sense. But yeah, like doing organic shit like that, do that. Then like you'll be surprised at what will come out of it. And then you find an investor, you just type in Long Branch on your Explore page or places, look through the posts, see who's a real estate investor, and DM that motherfucker. They want to meet you, you have the value. They want to know about you, they want to know about Monmouth football and all that shit. You might not think it, but it's true.
Like, what would you say to like not having money or anything? So what would you DM an investor right now? What would you say?
What's going on? My name's Matt Castronova. I'm a, like, you literally keep it real. Like, I'm a wide receiver at Alma Mater University. You know, I've been talking to my old teammate, you know, ex-NFL guy who's investing, and you know, I really want to start learning more, blah 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 blah. Or like, I'd love to take you for coffee. I'd love to do this. I'd love to figure out how you can add value too. Like, okay, you get tickets to some bullshit something. Give it to somebody who does that. Give them the value first. Yeah, they'll repay you.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I would always I'd give away my, like, if I had extra tickets, I'd give them away to investors and shit like that for like the lines. Just like the smallest shit. Like, it's up to you to really figure out how you can add value, but like, it's really just hitting them up. Like, bro, I'm a Monmouth football. Like, I'm Matt. I play for Monmouth football. New at real estate investing, and you know, I see that you're investing in properties and so and so. Like, what are you guys seeing out there? Like, or I'll just give you an example because I do it all the fucking time. Just stop bullshit and be practical. And yeah, it might be different because I have a check mark, but bro, nobody fucking knows. Because I try and message people with like $100,000, they never pay me back. Like, I'm a nobody, like straight up. Let's see. Boom. What's going on, man? My name's Hakeem. I'm originally from Sicklerville, but living in Detroit now. I invest in apartment buildings across the country. Very interested in the Philadelphia and South Jersey areas. Would love to chat with you about those markets whenever you have some time. Talk to you soon. Thanks for reaching out. Blah, 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 blah. Here's the link. Hit me up whenever. This is a dude, before I even, so November 5th, this is November 5th, December 22nd is when I hired I have a professional speaking coach. I hired him on December 22nd, back in November when I was still thinking about doing it. I just hit up, dude, I saw you was public speaking on Instagram. I was like, congrats on all your success, brother. Bro, you stroke people's egos. Like, you gotta know the fucking psychology of people. Congrats on all your success, super dope. Always wanted to get into motivational speaking. How's the journey been thus far? Thank you. Heading to a speaking innovation. I'll hit you back shortly. Word. Speaking's been dope. Main focus has been youth and corporate. What markets are you thinking about serving now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, most people, most investors, honestly, from a real estate perspective, are looking to help and give back. From what I've learned and seen, that's what it is. But another thing you guys are making on is the podcasts, bro. Podcasts are the quickest way you're gonna learn because you're gonna hear people who've done it, and there's that site Bigger Pockets has a podcast too. Whereas most podcasts, they'll bring on the guy who has 50 properties and he's a guru and all that shit. This podcast will bring in Joe Schmo who just flipped his first house and show you the
How he did it, kind of.
Exactly. It's awesome, like amazing. Let's see. Boom. This dude had dope ass content. Really like Gary Vee almost like content for real estate. Let me show you this shit. Oh, Troy boy.
Recently, you guys, how I lost $100,000 and a lot of my time and energy. You see this house over here?
Just random shit. He's got dope content on real estate. I found him on the hashtag shit.
I was projected to sell for $599. By the time we got done, the house down the street sold for $585. So at $599, I was gonna make about $100,000. Well, after about 3-4 months on the market.
Regardless, all I said was, love your content, brother. You inspire me. And like we've been talking since.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like small shit like that. Coming from a football player, it's like it hits people where like, the fuck does he want with me? And then like they're gonna be interested.
Right.
Use your leverage now, because when you're not here, you're not a fucking Monmouth football player anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Another dude. Congrats on all your success, brother. Thanks. Appreciate all the love. That's what he said. I said, love. He had a podcast in his thing. I listened to 13 seconds of that shit. Love your podcast and how you're empowering others. Are you currently working on any other real estate projects? Thanks, glad it's resonated. Not working on anything, just on this tech side with this thing he's working on. I'll be doing real estate in the near future. Got a lot of plans, especially for Detroit. Bam, bam, bam. Long story short, like we were just about to meet in the Bronx last week, but shit got mixed up. Whatever, we're gonna do business together. Like off of Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like purely genuine too. It's just like his content is dope. It's really like when you see some shit where you think about hating, because I used to hate. You see some shit on IG like, fuck, how the fuck is he doing that shit? Motherfucker, 20 years old, balling. First of all, a lot of those motherfuckers are renting those cars, renting those jets, all of that shit, and that shit's fucking fake. But second of all, just hit them up. Like, yo, it's just dope. Like, that's all. Like, just give them fucking content, stroke their fucking ego a little bit more, and see if they bite. You're on fucking Instagram anyway, doing nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, straight up. Why the fuck not? Are you too scared or embarrassed to do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, just do it. Like, it's straight. It'll change you. Like, cause most football players, we live in this bubble like fucking turtles. Like, we don't do shit outside of football and football players shit. We drink beer, we fucking fuck bitches and play video games. That's it. Like, it's gonna take something to shift the paradigm. Like, straight up. That was you last time, right? Yeah. What up, BP? What up, kid?
We got another one. How do you manage all these properties?
Third party?
Oh, you have another like general manager?
Yeah, third party property management company. So it's hard. You don't want to manage the property yourself. It becomes a job then. Pay somebody 7% to do that shit. So my property manager in Phoenix brings whatever my rents bring in, they take 7% of it. I get what's on top of it. Everybody wins. It's not coming out of my pocket, it's just coming out of the rent. Same thing with my washing machine. I have like a laundry room at my property that I put in, but it was free. Like, I split the revenues 50-50 with the laundry company, and that's it. They just send a check every month.
So you pay them
I'm
to
putting
use
shit
it?
up.
No, I'm saying, so you got their laundry, like equipment, washer and dryer.
On a
and you
10-year
sold them-
lease. It's a
Yeah,
lease.
okay.
It's a lease. It's not even bought.
Oh, wow.
7-year lease, and you get 50-50 revenue share.
Wow.
It's fine. Property manager takes care of everything. Fucked up toilet, they call the handyman. Handyman takes care of it. Fucked up this.
Nothing to do with you.
Anything over $500, I get a call. Hey, this you got. All right, take care of it. And like anything under, don't fucking call me for that shit. Straight up, like that's how it's got. Like, if you really want to aspire to, I want to have over fucking 5,000 units across the country. Like, you can't be dealing with a fucking toilet at your fourplex in Arizona when you got 1,000 fucking apartment units across the country. You know what I'm saying?
My dad, like, he does the same thing in Detroit, but he has problems with like people like stealing a lot.
That's Detroit.
So-
That's just a market problem.
Just the market there.
But it's you gotta find. It's really comes down to not being not lazy, just doing it. Like not doing it yourself, but like for example, my VA. Most people have trouble with their VA because
What's that?
virtual assistant. Sorry, I have a virtual assistant. She's from the Philippines. I pay her $350 an hour. It's awesome. Like she does $3.50-hour tasks. And I just telling these keen people, like, you can get it from me, but you could get a fucking virtual assistant for about $1 an hour with bachelor's degree education who can do all your work, your homework, your fucking essays, all that shit. And it's their content. It's not even plagiarized in some copy paste shit. It's here's the subject, read this fucking book and write an essay on it. That's their job. $3 an hour. Like, you can do that. I didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to go back in college, I'd have did it. 100%. Like, you don't need most of the shit that you're fucking learning anyway. It's literally fucking, teachers are fucking lazy, like teaching you shit to fucking memorize. The fuck is vocab? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're actually, like, vocabulary. Like, you remember when you did fucking 5th grade? Presidents.
Okay.
You had to learn all the fucking presidents and all that shit. Who was the 20th president?
Garfield.
I said precedent. Who was the 20th president of the United States?
Garfield.
The fucking, what do you call it? Yeah, it was Garfield. Good
Yes,
shit.
it is.
It would have took 3-4 seconds, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all you need nowadays. Like, the fuck, your teacher's a lazy fuck and was fucking scrolling on MySpace when you were in 5th grade, where she's having you learn the fucking presidents, and she's having you learn the states and the capitals, and all that shit. The fucking time, nothing, like, nothing. It's not gonna help you with anything. But yeah, that's a good question. But yeah, the management shit. Oh, and where I was going with that was how I found my virtual assistant though. Back to your dad and managers. Most people get a virtual assistant and they're shitty. They wind up working for a week and they dip off, or they do this and blah blah blah, and then like the work isn't that good and bullshit. All you gotta do is really, it's a process. Like I put out a post, I got 56 people to respond to the post on like the job site, and like sent their resumes and applied for it, and I interviewed 25 of them and got to her. I'm saying, is your dad interviewing 25 property managers? Or 25? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it takes. Like, tell them to go in fucking bigger pockets. There's property managers, contractors, all that on there per market, and you can get fucking referrals. Like, okay, you property manage there? Okay. And that's what I did. To each person, okay, here's your referrals, you did that for that guy. Okay, call that guy. How is this person as assistant? Shitty, I fired him. Okay, bam, you're not good. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting hired. But most people won't do that shit. Like, 99.9% of people won't do that shit. Like, 99% of you guys won't even fucking sign up on Bigger Pockets. Like, it's all about doing it. Like, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. If you're not, you're not. Like, that's how the world works. Like, everything is just maybe 97%. That's how the world works. 3% do shit, 97% just follow the rest. You feel me though? It's real shit. Like 3% of the fucking population owns 97% of all the wealth. Sickening. If you make over $100,000, you're considered 1%. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking wild because everybody else is so they're stuck. Like the systems are meant to be in place so people can do that shit, so the fucking world keeps running the way it's always been running. So the fucking rich white man wins in the end. Like seriously, like as fucked up and wild as it sounds, it's what it is. Like think of the fucking NFL, bro. There's 32 of the richest white people in the world playing fantasy football. Try and fuck with their little game of fantasy football, what's gonna happen? You seen the movie Concussion? You know what I'm saying? Like it's literally the richest people in the world, like making sure people stick to the system. Like it's the same thing with everything else in society. But if you're gonna do something different or not. Like people expect me to keep fucking playing football and being a little fucking puppet and all that shit. Fuck that. People expect all you fuckers to be dumbass jocks, keep playing football, and then either be a personal trainer or, you know what I'm saying, or just go get a fucking job. Like they journey of the broke, just over broke, J-O-B. That's what it is. It's real shit. It's like it's real. Like I'm really hope you just take the shit and run with it. Like and like I said, the fortune's in the follow up. Like I'm an open book for all you guys. Like hit me up. We'll talk as much as you want all about this shit and get you right. Like there's like it's what we need. And it's you just keep giving and giving and giving and figure out how the fuck do we make this shit work. Go ahead. Any more questions? Good.
Is Bigger Pockets an app or is it a site?
There's both. There's a site and an app, and I just found out today that the app is. When I joined 4 years ago, it's shitty, but it's pretty nice now. The site, they're both good. It's really good. It's a site.
It's just like a LinkedIn type thing for real estate. And what
yeah, I'd probably say it's like LinkedIn. It's like. What time is it? Oh, we gotta go in a second. It's like. You got. Everybody's got a profile, what you do and all that shit. You can message anybody on there. You can search, the search optimization's really fucking good. So you can search pretty specifically per market, per trade. Like I need a contractor in Detroit. Search all the contractors in Detroit come in. Or on top of it, they have a podcast. They also have a webinar they do once a week. They have YouTube videos all the time. You can just watch like the dudes who There's so much fucking info. Like it's fire. Like and you can really just you can become a thought leader on Bigger Pockets. You really want to know how to like really just if you don't really want to, if you're scared to be out there in the field, you know about time to be out there making moves and meeting people. You become the king of Bigger Pockets. You can invest in as many deals as you want. Because you'll be the thought leader in that space. People will look up to you as a guy on the page. Like I know who the guys are on Bigger Pockets because I can't fucking avoid them. They're on every single post. You can make the alerts on your. I get the alerts. I just don't do it enough. Like every time somebody posts a New Jersey real estate forum, I can respond if I want to. Arizona real estate forum, I should be responding. Michigan, I should be responding. All the states that I invest in anyway, because hundreds of thousands of people are seeing this shit anyway.
Right. Someone's bound to see.
Not bound, like people, literally the threads just start going and going and going every single time, like, and then it goes off in a tandem. And then somebody sees that you responded to some shit, and they message you. Like I've gotten messaged so many times. And I message so many people, you just stalk. That guy sounds interesting, look at his past, blah, blah, blah. How can I provide value to him? You know what I'm saying? He's got a this, that, and that, I can do that. I'm saying he's got a property that might need, I don't fucking know anything, but you figure out how you add value once you know what they're doing. You know what I mean? But yeah, BP, it's dope. It's cool. It's even like I'm in a mastermind from it. So like, they released this journal at New Year's. It was called like 90 Days of Intention Journal. It's dope, bro. Like, my 3 90-day goals was to purchase another 5+ unit property, start the podcast, and get paid for a public speaking event. I started the podcast and got paid for a speaking event. I just haven't bought another property yet. Like, it was, I don't blame it on the journal because I did the shit, but like, the journal fucking helped. It was really helped in like just being intentional about it every day. And like, I've never been a fucking write down goals kind of guy. It's just me. But after doing it, that shit helps because instead of being an entrepreneur who's all over like same thing, shiny object, shiny object, shiny object. Now you're just being very intentional about everything you're doing. But yeah,
Appreciate it, bro.
gotcha, man. Real shit.
Knowledge, yo. That's all it is.
Real shit. Like you need this. This shit isn't happening, bro. Like if you get to the point where that's just a culture, that's what you talk about. Like, bro, you can go so far with this shit because like the more you start to learn too. You guys are mostly confused about how you can add value in a lot of different ways because you haven't learned much yet. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna be sending you a shit ton of shit. I think I'm gonna just start a what do you call it, per school that I help mentor people with this shit. I'm just starting a Facebook group and just start dropping shit in there just for you guys. I'm saying like read this book, do that, do this, do that, do this, do that, do this.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'll do that. And everybody, yeah, I'll do that. Because
even making it one Facebook group, bro.
like one big one,
Having everybody in
from every school and that shit.
Like
That shit would be cool. Okay, yeah. I'm honestly trying to still figure out the name for this shit, bro. I want to call this something. Like I want to brand this as something. I want this shit to keep like this is what I like. I love this. Like I can't wait till all you fuckers get your first property, bro. Like it's a dope ass feeling. Real shit. Super dope. And like it's doable. Like it's just the more you start learning, the more you start listening to different stories, you'll start to understand and gravitate towards people, and you'll connect with people's stories. And you're like, oh shit, I connect to the core with this person. Like, fucking, let me reach out to them. They'll respond. For the most part, they'll respond. Most podcast guests, they'll literally tell you at the end of that shit, hit me up on this, that, and that, and that, and that. I love talking to people. Fortune's in the follow-up. 99% of people don't fucking hit that person. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's really what it happens every day in every situation. Just nobody actually has the balls to follow up. Like actually just does it. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Fucking what do you call it? Dre, we gotta request this Uber. Actually, make sure your dad got my text. I'm gonna be sick.
Where are you going back right now?
What's up, Jerry's?
Jerry's.
Back to Red Bank in the morning.
Uber?
Wait, to Red Bank? I'm up out this way.
Oh, word.
Long branch. It's Long Beach. each.
Dude walked in like.
Sometimes like the search will fuck shit up like that, you know what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta do Long Branch, New Jersey, or you do,
Who you pick up from?
you go multifamily,
You see him, pal? Huh? Kid walking.
search multifamily. So these are all people, so this is like blog, blah, 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 all that shit.
Oh.
When you do members,
We'll have to meet
you
you.
would have the keyword
Oh, he's dropping
multifamily,
off.
so rental property, all these people.
That's hilarious. You walk
Now,
in.
filter it down to do markets, location.
I wanted to explain everything to him, but it's like,
What's the second one?
077.
He's like, come and chill.
Nah, he never comes.
You coming back?
He comes in hot.
Come back. With the same gas.
Shafa?
Shit looks fine.
Never comes and chill.
He just comes in, runs out. Runs in and runs out. Like he's running.
So this guy's in Elizabeth. This guy's in Plains. Oh, shit.
Comes in like
I thought it was
Look like
New
stomach.
York. Multifamily. Multifamily. Middlesex. Hawaii. You can literally do what you know what I'm saying? Islands are looking to connect to people who are working.
You can connect to whoever.
Financial freedom. Connect. Sex. Now I got an invite to connect with her, and then if I want to, add a message to it. Let me just show you, actually, fuck that. Let me show you some of the messages that I've had, or like the posts that I've made. Make sure it's full.
Oh shit, it's about to come.
Yeah.
Alright.